September 23rd, we're out at the farm. It's cooler, starting to get cooler out. Probably in the 70s. Oh, you girls. Always tip this over. It's not really in the best place. I don't know if that girl will follow us out. Yeah. So everybody went out and somebody was caught snoozing. It seems like when they get pregnant, they sleep so heavily that sometimes they don't hear the rest of the herd getting up. So this is the bad part, when one gets caught snoozing when the rest of them go out. Is that we've got to walk her out there. She's not a very tame goat, but thankfully we walked him out enough where she knows to follow, or at least where to go. Oh, she was so upset when we came out here. Goats are very much a herd animal, so when they lose the herd, oh, and there are goats up at the place that she was hollering at, but she knows they're not her herd. So it's funny how they get used to each other and who they want to be buddies with and all of that. So we'll walk her out to the herd. Okay, so we let that girl back out to everybody else, and now we're just fluffing this hay in the hay feeder. That's the only really bad thing about these, which is why we don't use them in the winter time, because we've gotten stuck trying to fluff the hay, is once they eat around the sides and the core of the bale doesn't fall apart, then we have to bring the tractor in and make sure that it can come down on the sides so they can actually eat it. Picking up some hay bales for a buyer that comes over and grabs a couple from us for her cows and her horses. We'll go load them on the trailer. Bringing them up from the hay yard. And setting them down. Nice thing about the skid steer is that you can really see where you're at, so that it moves forward slightly. Yes, we all very much like this skid steer. Next one. I think we can only fit 2 on this trailer. Yep, only 2. Which is fine. I think 3 might be a little bit heavy. Perfect. And these are last year's hay, but so they look a little weathered on the outside, of course. But you come in here, oh, and that's just beautiful stuff. Grapple. So now we're gonna go put the grapple on. do love that a person can essentially do this from inside the tractor. The only part that you can't do on the grapple from the inside is obviously hooking up the hydraulics. So you line up. Up the hydraulic. We're at September 24th and we are taking down the fourth cutting. Right now it is on the ground and drying up. We did get a sprinkle on it, which is fine, and then we're just going to rake her. Get her raked up, and then later on today, after it dries a bit, then we'll bale up. Okay, so we loaded some bales onto the trailer to bring in to feed the girls because they were going through them so fast that we couldn't just go out there. We finally did get our tractor back, so that'll be good, but right now it's hooked onto the baler. So we're using this one. We couldn't get many bales on there because we had to, you know, get them onto the side there. And we didn't want them to roll off, and yeah. So we're learning how to use this. And she's trying to take them off there without breaking them. Oh, the back tires came off the ground just a little bit when she picked them up. I won't tell her that though, because it's not freaky at all when it does that. Still getting used of the little thumb button that closes and opens the grapple, and sometimes you end up closing it when you mean to open it, and vice versa. So perfect. Close. Good job. I tell you what though, those grapples really close down good. But it feels weird. It feels tippy. Let's be honest, it feels tippy. Like I said, we got some rain last night, but it wasn't a whole heck of a lot. It seemed to just settle the dust a little bit now. The wind's blowing quite a bit, so we don't mind that. We, like I said, we got our fourth cutting of alfalfa laying down out there, drying. So probably this evening, probably start baling it, either that or tomorrow morning. Just don't want it to be too dry because you lose all the leaves. You don't want it to be too wet or else it molds. So, and our problem this year has been too wet. So we have been inoculating. So we're hoping not to have to inoculate this last bunch. Alright, I think that's our last one off of there, and we'll leave the pickup and trailer hooked up because when we get the bales made out on our alfalfa fields, then guess what we'll be doing? We'll be hauling bales off down to our hay yard, and then we will be done with haying for the year, boys and girls. Whoops. Totally meant to do that. pick that up with a skid steer when we're ready to put it down. Okay, September 25th. Nice day out. A little bit of a breeze. About 80 some degrees. It looks like I have the opportunity. We started putting our pregos out in the kids' pasture because there's more alfalfa, so we had to lock the kids in. So I think what I'm going to do is move the pregos back out to their own pasture, and then I'm going to let the kids out so they can graze. And these girls. Hi, Lyman. This is a sweet boy. You been having fun with your girls? He is such a good buck. All right. I think I'm going to take the side-by-side out there instead of walking the whole way, because they're all the way out there. Hey, girls. Oh, you guys about got out of there anyway. Been pushing on the gate, haven't you? Oh, oh, jeez. You guys smell. Hey, girls. Oh, no, there's some full bellies. Okay. Let's let you girls into here so you guys can go and do your thing. Just gonna check to make sure that this gate down here is closed. They were happy. Yep, that's closed. They were happy to be let out into there because there's a lot more alfalfa and things like that. But this is their pasture. Oof. You girls. You guys filled up, didn't you? You guys remember where water is, though, out here, don't you? I'm gonna have to close this behind them so the babies can come out. The weanlings. No. Hey. Hey. Do not. Girls. Come on. Really? Fine. We're going to have to walk this. There. We always have some butt heads that like to go back. Alright, I'm going to let the kids out. But now that we have these here, and when they come through here to get their grain, had to make a little deterrent for them. Because, of course, they love running up and down the aisle here and playing. So, had to do something about that. Oh, these guys are going to be so happy to be let out, though. Then I may walk out all the way out there and lead those girls back in for some water. Hey, I am the person, aren't I? You guys ready to go out and graze? I shut all the necessary gates. Now all I gotta do is open this one, if they'll let me. You guys. Whoop. Ellie! You don't eat on me. Come on. Move. 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 Go. You guys go out and eat. You do. You guys go out and eat. Oh, Shirley. No, in our group of bottle kids. Okay, so we had a bale feeder that was empty. So we picked up this bale here that had kind of fallen apart to put in there. Have her come back, pick up some of the stuff that's left. There is some mold on this, and we don't want the mold picked up because mold is not good for your livestock, but particularly can cause does to miscarriage. So we are very careful about what we put in with them. So they get the royal treatment. Instead of letting them kind of pick through it, we make sure they just don't get any of it at all. Whew. So we put the big bucks into a dry lot pen for the evening. Hey guys! Now I'm gonna try and get these guys to follow me out so they can get some exercise and go eat. Hello! But they got their heads so consumed here. Hello? Atticus is such a pretty baby. Who's a pretty baby, Atticus? Come on, guys. Come on! Stop. Oh, that's why I don't like having bucks around. They chase each other for no reason but to chase each other. Come on, guys. There we go. Zeus will come. You're going to be put in with some girls in a couple of weeks. Stop. Yucky. You guys are yucky. You guys are yucky. You guys are yucky. Yeah, you are. Yeah. Oh boy. You boys are getting big. You guys are getting really big. Except you, because you just had a hard time of it, didn't you? Okay. Now go eat. Have fun. Play. You don't need to be around me. Oh, Atticus, so pretty. There we go. Got some lick tubs. Yeah. Not that they don't have lick tubs in there, but you know, hey, it's something new. Let's go dive into it. So yeah, we'll leave them out here. Let them eat. I believe it's September 26th. We're out at the farm. Already did the chores, and now I've got to refluff a bale that seems to be pretty stuck in a feeder. So wish me luck on that. And it is windy as all get out, and gonna be about 90 degrees today, but I guess tonight we got a north wind coming in to start cooling things down a little bit. So we have a fourth cutting on the ground, and we were waiting for it to dry out, never assuming that it would go from really wet to super dry. And now we've tried baling it a little bit, and the leaves are all falling off. So we're hoping tonight, with the wind change, it'll bring on some dew. So at about midnight to 3 o'clock in the morning might be the time to be out there baling up that alfalfa. Ay, ay, ay. I tell you what, this weather just, it's if you're a farmer, you know what I mean. You just never know if it's gonna be feast or famine, rain or shine. Going from this way because I don't want the wind So since the bucks were just laying back here, they want to be close to the ladies. So I'm gonna clean out that water a little bit and close up this gate here, so if they want to, they can come back here and graze on the really not a lot of stuff that's back here. I don't know why that panel's just flopping there in the wind. I should, since I'm thinking about it, I will do something about it. That's kind of how it goes around Farm Place. Hey, since I'm thinking about it, boy, they wrecked this. Let's see if I can get it off of here without hurting myself. And carry this into the barn. Get this out of here. Looks like somebody would hurt himself on it. So they can come out here and lay if they want to get some sun, eat. And then we're going to let the little bucklings out into their pasture so they can graze. And then come evening time, we'll let these boys out to graze. Because they're big enough where they don't really graze when it's hot out. I just like to sit and moon over the ladies that are 2 fences away. As much as the other goats eat, it's shocking that these boys survive going that long without some substantial grazing, but they do. Oh, hello, boys. How about let's let you little buggers out to graze. Oh, you're so cute. I'm not a big fan of keeping bucklings, but most of these we got from a purchase that we made. And of course, Zeus is one of our main bucks. And Atticus, we're gonna keep him a buck, but the rest we will sell. We will sell these guys at the market. Okay. A nice heavy gate. All right, guys, come on out to graze. Yeah, I know, that's a lovely setup there. So then these guys can come out and get some exercise and graze. Oh, Atticus, you're such a pretty boy. Yeah, you are. Such a pretty boy. He's like, nope. Don't want to be pet. Don't want to be pet. And like I said, then in a few hours, we'll put these guys back in their pen and we'll let the big boys out to graze. They can't be in with each other just because the big boys will harass these little boys. So, because that's what they do.